Hey everybody, it's Monica with Fit Eats Coaching, and today I'm back with 7 exercises to improve your core strength and stability, starting with leg lowers. Leg lowers can be done on the floor, bench, or even on a plyo box like this. And the main thing is to really draw your navel to your spine, keep your back flat on your surface as your legs are extending, and you can even add in some arm extensions as well. So you're trying to use your limbs as a weight to really condition your core to stabilize that movement. That's what your core does all the time. All right, next up we have feet elevated bridge. Notice how I'm squeezing my waist in because that's what should be happening internally. So your deep abdominals are like a corset, and when you strengthen them, you should feel that effect with a lot of exercises, especially exercises like this. So this is more focused on your core than it is on your glutes and legs. But you will still feel a little bit of work on the lower body. And if having your feet elevated feels uncomfortable for some reason or not possible, then you can definitely do it with feet on the floor. Make sure you put something in between the knees so that you are also, integrating some of that inner thigh pelvic floor work. And notice how I'm pointing my toes up. This is key because that way you're not going to focus in on the thighs and put pressure on the knees. You're going to work all the right muscles. And if you're adding that reverse crunch, as you see my knees coming in a little bit further to tap that donut ball right into my chest, you're going to really be working all your core muscles. Right, the next move we have is a quad squat hover plank. This is a really fun way to progress from foundational core exercises. So you're kneeling with your knees hovering above the ground. Make sure your knees are aligned directly under the hips and wrists are aligned directly under the shoulders as your feet are walking back and in, making sure that you're keeping your torso flat and pulling your navel to the ceiling. This is a great move to progress to, and it's going to help you to be able to do harder planking exercises like regular plank, knee-in kickbacks, or even quad squat hovers to down dogs and other types of planking that you'll see at the end of the video. The main thing with that move is you're trying to train yourself to keep your torso nice and flat like a table when you're doing plank movement. And it does help to have a little donut underneath you because it's kind of a visual tool, but you could use just about anything under there or just trying really hard to focus in on that with no actual equipment. Our next exercise is a ball assisted 2-point back extension. This is one of my favorite moves to teach in Pilates class and also to use with clients who are starting to learn stomach vacuums from a prone position or face down position. The ball is incredibly helpful, but it can be a little bit frustrating. So having this donut ball that doesn't roll around is actually quite nice. I got this ball for fun, but I'm finding that it is very useful. If you really don't have a very strong core, I highly recommend a ball like this, but you can also use a small stability ball, as you'll see in a second. You could even use a medicine ball or just a bench. Most people cannot stabilize a regular plank with opposite arm leg extension. It is incredibly difficult and advanced exercise. I don't recommend most people to even do that. And honestly, you don't need to do an exercise like that. Doing one with a ball underneath you like this is very, very helpful for really strengthening that stomach vacuum effect that you want to be doing in all your core work. All right, next up we have a banded good morning, using that donut ball as a tool to help you keep the back nice and flat. So this is probably one of the biggest problems that a lot of people have with bending is they bend from the waist and not from the hips. So if you have an object in front of you, that's going to make it really hard to bend from the waist. You're going to be forced to hinge at the hips. Having the band is really nice. It adds a little bit of extra resistance, and obviously once you get stronger, like many of my clients do, we start using heavier bands and weighted balls. If you've watched some of my metabolic workout videos, you probably recognize this move. We've done it with kettlebells and added squats and upright rows to it. It's a very versatile move for many different goals. All right, our final exercise is a modified side plank. So you're sitting on your side, front leg is straight. Back leg is bent directly behind the knee and both heels are on the ground, and you're using your core and butt muscles to come up into that side plank. You're really trying your hardest not to push with your hand and feet. So this is all coming from the core, and as you get stronger you can add other leg movement to this. You can even add rotational movement to this. This is a really fun way to train your core. Obviously it's a little bit more intermediate to advanced, so if you're not there yet, this is why this exercise is optional. So over on the blog, you'll find all the details on reps, sets, additional tips, and also information about why these types of exercise are the best types of exercise for core strength and stability when you have a weak core, and why other types of exercises can actually hurt you versus help you. Anyways, I hope this video has been helpful. I will be back with more exercises and tips to help you get your fittest, leanest body. Thanks for watching.